What's going on, everybody? It is June 27th, 2023, and we got a full day of service calls ahead of us, so let's get going. We got a pretty dirty chilled water coil here. We're going to try to clean it up some, see if we can get that any cleaner. Yeah, she's pretty dirty. I don't know if we'll be able to get a brush in there to clean that or not. I guess we could take the whole side off if we needed to. We'll get a good saturation of coil cleaner on there to start with. See, we're trying to work through these little windows here because we can't get this side panel off because the screws at the bottom are real rusted out, and I'm not going to sit here and drill holes out just to clean a coil. So we're doing the best we can. So we're using the new Calgon Evap Power C, and it is no rinse, but usually when you have a coil that dirty, you like to at least scrub it and try to rinse it. But where we don't have good access here, we're mixing 2 to 1, so that's 2 parts water, 1 part coil cleaner, and we're just going to let it sit on there and then let it work like it's supposed to. So basically the water, the condensate that the air conditioner makes, will rinse the coil cleaner and the dirt away. That's how it's supposed to work, so that's what we're going to do. All right, we found a hose hookup so we can at least use high pressure water to rinse off what we got, but we don't want to overdo it because we don't want to flood the air handler. So we're going to use a little bit. Oh yeah, look at that dirt come off there. So we'll do a little bit and then stop. It should be coming out of that drain here in a minute. Do a little bit. Yeah, it's knocking that dirt off. Look at that. And we'll stop. Yeah, it's knocking that dirt right off there. All right, stop for a minute. Let the drain catch up. It won't be perfect, but we'll get a lot of that dirt off there. All right, come around this side. Trade me sides. We're in the back side of the coil now. Yeah, we got a bunch of water here. It's not draining it for whatever reason. It's not draining it very good anyway. Have to see what's up with that drain down there. I think that's the drain right there. I can't get to it from the other side. There's no panel to access it. Yeah, this thing is full of crap. Look at all this down there. I took this fern coil off here. It is draining some. It's not draining great though, so we'll just have to be slow with it. Well, we got it better than what it was anyway. I don't want to overwhelm that drain and have a big old leak in here, so this drain pan definitely needs to be cleaned out though. Got a bunch of rust and stuff on it. So, all right, we got another right big air handler here, chilled water piping. This one isn't as dirty. Equally as old, just not as dirty. We can't really access the other side. This is the one where we're got a lot of leaking going on. I wonder if I can get around that other side. Have to go underneath. All right, let's go underneath. Nope. Piece of ductwork's in the way. Shoot. Well, that was a waste. It was a wasted crawl. Let's go back. Look under here. Sometimes you can find tools and stuff guys have left behind. You guys know what I'm talking about. I found a mini tool on either on top of an air handler or underneath an air handler, behind a wall. Ugh. Alright, looks like we gotta clean it all from this side. They got these big bag filters in them. Bunch of them. Is that better? We got Kenny in there cleaning that coil. Trying to get these filters out with the filter grabber. There we go. Ah, damn it, slipped off of it. All right, we got done with that PM. It was really just coil clean and filter change. So we got done with that, but we have a no cooling call we're about to head over to right now. So let's take a look at that one. All right, we have a Bryant Evolution system here. We got a flash code. So we got I forgot to count the flashes. All right, let's let it do it again because it's gonna have fast ones and then short ones. 8 fast, 3 slow. So that would be an 83. So we're gonna check to see what an 83 flash code is. Right, so an 83 is a low pressure lockout, which means we are still currently in a low pressure event. So we might have a refrigerant leak somewhere, which is no good. We'll hook the gauges up and see what we can find. All right, I've sent Kenny to go grab the testos. While he's doing that, I'm just gonna do a preliminary check to see if we see any oil. I opened the compressor up a little bit, took this cover off, just to look to see if, make sure we didn't blow a pin or anything like that. Of course, if we blew a pin, the breaker would probably be tripped also. Make sure we don't have any oil, any excessive oil. Of course, it could just be a bad switch. I mean, we won't know until we get our gauges hooked up. Because I'm not seeing any crazy oil out here at the moment. I have not looked at anything with the air handler yet. Yeah. It can use a good cleaning, that's for sure. I'm gonna clean this out of here just so I can inspect all this piping. Yep, I'm just not seeing any oil at the moment, so get the testos hooked up and we'll see. All right, so we do have a decent amount of standing pressure here. We got it hooked up here, so what we're probably gonna have to do is reset the board It's to bring it out of its low pressure fault and allow it to reset and see if it pulls down into low pressure while it's running. So we're going to do that so we don't have to reset upstairs. What we're going to do is we're going to take and just pull the R wire off here, because just resetting power out here won't work. You have to reset the low voltage. So we're going to pull the R wire off here, because I actually do have the power disconnected right now. We're going to pull the R wire, and that will allow it to lose its memory. And then we're going to go ahead and hook it back up. And now it's at least out of, and the contactor just pulled in. And we're going to put this panel here back on before we start it back up. Okay, we just started it back up. It certainly is low. Now it's not low enough to kick that pressure switch at the moment. Let's hook our other probes up. I'm not sure where all that oil came from. It's dropping though. It is dropping. This one up here. See what that bottoms out at. All right, we're starting to ice up coming out, so either we don't got a blower running or something. You see we're frosting up down here. We're frosting up in the back of the compressor. So let's turn this off. And we'll have to go up to the air handler and see what's going on. All right, you can see the motor's trying to start, but it's not. Classic module being bad. And unfortunately they don't sell just the module anymore. You got to buy the whole motor. So unfortunately this customer is in pretty big trouble, because she's going to have to come out of pocket for this motor. That's a bummer. Let's record the model number. Might as well turn it off. I'll check to see if the supplier has just the mod, but I doubt they do. Yes, it certainly was a bummer that motor was bad, because that motor, I usually don't discuss pricing because pricing varies from different regions. But that motor from my carrier distributor, which we are a carrier factory authorized dealer, so we get pretty good pricing from carrier. That motor was almost $800, my cost. That's without markup. It was $768 for that motor. Yeah, pretty expensive. All right, well, we took the motor out of the attic and brought it down here, so it's not so hot. So we're about to, we just put some coil on the motor shaft. We sanded it down. We're about to break this free, and so we can have that loose. And then kind of go ahead and break that free. All right, I don't want to move. There we go. She was tight one. 1, 2, and 3, and we're hoping that will lift right up off there. So go ahead and grab the motor, Ken, and try to pull it right up off there. Nope, it's not going to come. Hold on, hold on. All right, she's being stubborn, so we had to get the wheel puller on her, the hub puller. So when you put these on, you want to make sure your bolts don't hit your set screw, because you'll booger that up, then it'll be no good. So we got that on there. We're going to tighten these down, and then we'll get that off. All right. Kenny's working on the wheel. We'll get that off there shortly. Almost there. I can see. You can see it pushing that shaft right through the hub there. Kenny's getting the belly band off.
A little trouble with it.
Because you're tightening it.
Oh, am I?
Yeah.
I thought it was.
There you go. Now you're loosening it. Matter of fact, I'll tell you what you do. Take that off there and put it on the drill here.
I wasn't tightening it before. It was still giving me trouble.
All right, now put that on one end and then put your wrench on the other. You almost got it because it's pretty loose. All right, go ahead and pull that trigger. Keep pressure on it. There you go. Up. You didn't even need to do it that much. You just had to loosen it, but that's okay. All right. Yep. Drop that shaft right in that hole there. It should fall right in. It's all right. It'll go in. Should go in. Persuasion. There we go. All right. Line those holes up. Right. Now don't over tighten these ones. Make sure you get in and don't over tighten them, because you'll strip them out. There you go. There we go. She's in place. All right, now flip it back over on its other side. And we need to adjust. This this wheel. So where's our set screw at? Where'd we set that at? Right here. All right, we're gonna get this started. All right, we got that started. So we're gonna go ahead and lift it up. All right, and go ahead and tighten this down.
Yeah, see, this is where we are now. So
we're tightened down. Make sure we're good there. Everything's tight. All right, we'll make sure, one thing we didn't make sure of, make sure our wiring plugs are in the right position, which I think we're okay, but we'll have to make sure. All right, everything is set right with the motor. We just got to get it back up in the attic and hook it back up, which should only take a minute or so. All right, we got her back in there now. Just turned on power. We're gonna go down to the thermostat and make sure we got a call. Matter of fact, we can do it right from here. There you go, take that. There you go. From G to R. See the motor's taking off running now? Mm-hmm. We've only got it called for G. When we get a call for Y, it will take off and run faster. All right, we got the thermostat back on now. We're just waiting for it to time out. All right, while we were outside waiting for the unit to come on, it seemed like it was taking a really long time. So we came back inside and noticed the thermostat was calling, but our outdoor unit did not have 24 volts at it. So came up here, started poking around with this yellow wire. As soon as I touched it, it came on. So we got a bad wire here, so I'm gonna strip, I think it's right here where the bad part is, where it's bent like that. So we're gonna cut that bad part off and strip it back and connect it back. Always something. Never as simple as one thing. All right, our unit just came back on. It's only been running for about a minute, and subcooling is coming up. Superheat's probably right where you want it at, but we'll let it run a few more minutes and see where she settles out at. think we want, it says we want 9.9 degrees of subcooling. We'll see where it gets to. It's creeping up. We're at 0.8 now. All right, superheat's a little low, but we're right on target with the subcooling. About 8 degrees, probably will come up a little more. I'm happy leaving this thing the way it is. Superheat will probably come back up, honestly. Looking good. All right, we had a couple calls today I didn't film, but we do have one more call left today. It's on a very old package unit. So let's go take a look at that one. All right, we have a very old, very junky piece of equipment here. It's from Train, and I guarantee it's at least from the early 80s. This compressor was put in, looks like 93, so somebody had the sense to put 93 on it. I did try to turn it on. The contactors pulled in, but the compressor didn't start. Let's try turning it on again. Blower contactor pulls in, blower starts. So let's grab this wire here. So the compressor did start, the compressor's starting. Getting cold. This motor, when it started before, it didn't start right away. It started this time. This motor either isn't calling or isn't working. It's actually doing better than what it was the first time. This compressor sounds like it's screaming. And it might be because that one fan's not running. Let's turn it back off. Turn it back off. See why that one condenser fan isn't working. Well, look at these filters in this thing. Man, this thing definitely needs some TLC. The filters are all pulled into the thing. I don't know if this thing's even worth the time to work on it. Holy crap. Well, we do have some sweat going, so it is working. Man, this thing is filthy though. This thing is in rough shape. Blowing dust in my eyes. It was just turned off basically. It needs to be cleaned. All I did was turn it on. Crazy. All right, guys, I got most of the service calls I did today. There might have been one or two I didn't film, but I got most of them. So worked through the day pretty nicely. The other guy you see in the video, that's Kenny. He's my son. He's working with us for the summer. He's working with me Tuesday through Friday. So I'm going to feature him in some of the videos too. So make sure you guys welcome him down in the comments. And if you haven't done so already, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. And I've also got memberships now. They're $4.99 a month. You'll get exclusive perks to the channel. You'll get exclusive videos. Right after I get the stickers made, I'll send all the members free stickers. And yeah, it should be good. So consider becoming a member of the channel for $4.99. But that's going to be it for this one, guys. I'll catch you on the next one.